We begin in the United States, where President-elect Donald Trump returned to New York's Madison Square Garden to attend the Ultimate Fighting Championship on Saturday night. The president-elect was greeted by a cheering audience as he entered the heavily guarded arena. Donald Trump was joined by loyalists in many of his cabinet nominations, including his health secretary pick Robert Kennedy Jr. and intelligence czar Tulsi Gabbard. Biotech entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, who will co-lead the cost-cutting Department of Government Efficiency, and House Speaker Mike Johnson were also present at the event. Trump was seen sitting between billionaire Elon Musk and UFC President Dana White for much of the evening. The president-elect excitedly greeted podcast host and UFC announcer Joe Rogan, who interviewed and endorsed him right before the election. Donald Trump seemed to be completely absorbed by the fights, as he was seen chatting with the fighters at times. Mixed martial artist Jon Jones, who retained his heavyweight title against Stipe Miocic, celebrated his victory by thanking the president-elect for his attendance. Trump also danced to his signature campaign song YMCA after the UFC fight. Now, the 78-year-old is a longtime fan of the sport and is also a favorite pastime of much of his voter base as well. Throughout the election, Donald Trump courted young male voters and promoted hyper-masculine tones to widen the gap between himself and Vice President Kamala Harris. Any endorsements from Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, Dana White, and RFK certainly played a major role in securing those male voters for the Republican.
I think it's positive for the world, to be honest with you. I mean, listen, no matter what side of the fence you sit on politically, you cannot deny that there's almost like this weight that's been lifted off the country right now, and this sigh of relief. And things are already getting better. He's not even in there yet.
Donald Trump's return to Madison Square Garden more than a month after he held a rally there, which was filled with racist and vulgar rhetoric, particularly against Puerto Ricans. However, that did not seem to affect Donald Trump's support among Hispanic voters, who propelled the president-elect to triumph over Vice President Kamala Harris.